Hey, what manga fans? I'm back keeping my promise from the other day. Reviewing Yu-Gi-Oh! Reviewing the spin-off Yu-Gi-Oh! This is the first ever spin-off of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. Released in April 2004, just 1 month after the manga ended in March of 2004. Right, sorry about the pause. Had a little someone in here for a bit. Let me start again. I'm back with another video. The first spin-off of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise, Yu-Gi-Oh! Released in April 2004. Just 1 month after the manga ended in March of 2004. And the anime will come to an end a few months later in September 2004. Yeah. All 3 episodes entered the exact same... Both entities, the anime and manga, entered the exact same year. It's quite funny to think about having an anime end the exact same year as the manga. These days, when an anime is being adapted to when a manga is being adapted to an anime, it's usually a few years in. And lately, it's been a common trend that authors will announce the end of the series when their animes adaptations in through the specific second or first seasons. Like this is with MASH. During season 1, the manga ended. So we got only 1 season left. So we got like 1 season left of that. Or JJK doing season 2. No, wait. Season 3 is not yet aired, but manga ended a year after season 2 began, which was in 2023. Manga ended in 2024. My Hero was kind of an exception. It was airing its 7th season at the time. And manga ended months after it ended. So, I'm just saying, it's just become more of a common trend with some authors. Kaiju no Rate recently had its 2nd season, and its manga came to an end the exact same year. So what's next? Is Loser Segment going to end when season 2 comes out? Tell it. Or I could be wrong. Who knows what next is? What next? You know what I mean. Just saying. Have an anime and the same month its original manga version and in the same year as the manga it's based off. It's quite interesting. Speaking of which, interesting announcement. Lately, the manga of Yu and Picchu has come to an end. Not ended until this month, actually. Late this month. But we only have 1 month. The anime ends the following month, January. Picchu always begins around February. So the manga ends in December. It looks like they'll be making up their own ending. I don't know. Again, because it's a Picchu manga, they don't always adapt the story. They just do one-off adventures. That's fine. Anyway, let me clarify about this manga. Well, the art style looks similar to Toriyama's. To Kozuki Takahashi's. It's not written or drawn by him. So it was his assistant Akira Ito. I would say, if I didn't look at this, I would assume Takahashi did it himself because looks like this. It looks good. Is author's comments. This isn't a question of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Jason seems I grew up with. So damn. Fucking cool. I'm gonna check the other anime, the mangas. The other Yu-Gi-Oh! mangas. let's see. GX manga written by Naoki Kageyama. 5D's manga. Masahiro Hikokubo, Masashi Sato. So doing that one. Sexo by Shin Yoshida and Naohito Miyoshi. That means it's me, Shin Yoshida. And by the Arc by manga. It was written story by Shin Yoshida again. And Naohito Miyoshi back with the art. Was with another person, dual coordinator by Masahiro Hikokubo. Returning from 5D's manga. Really interesting. And that was the last series we released in English. Well, as I know, the Seven's manga has now got an English release. Which is odd. It's weird. What's it? Like, I don't know why they refuse to release that in English. I know the Go Watch anime airing as well. We don't have that in English either. So Akira Ito's Sister in UGX anime, not the manga. And I really found this pretty cool. Since I grew up with GX, was my introduction to the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! I also grew up with the sequel series by D's. So, sadly, I don't have that much attachment to Duel Monsters since that came out before my time. By the time it ended in Japan in 2004, I was only 3 at the time. So, speaking of time, so there's a time zone difference. I'm guessing the Joe Best will be held on the 19th in other countries outside of Japan with different time schedules, like in the UK. So, so most likely you can mark your calendars for December 19th, I think, for the Jump Festa. Anyway, this is alright. It's not great. It's good. But they just say they added some stuff that could not get in the original series. It's cool and all. But there are a lot of problems with business translations. They're inconsistent. Especially, I'll get to that in a bit. So let's get into the story. So, yeah, Obara Kaiba being taken over by a mysterious man. By someone who's running industrial illusions after Pegasus' death. Because they don't know he's dead. Meanwhile, Yugi and the gang are at school. Well, they get invitation by that mysterious guy from before. Basically, he's trying to... The guy's name is Yoko Tenma. I'm not kidding. And he challenges Yugi to a duel. There's a crush, Yugi. So the two duel. Usually, but they go sideways when Yako pulls out a new card. A powerful card. And it's showing Yugi's got one of the god cards, Slifer. After all the god cards, only all three were used throughout the story. Slifer only got used once, Zolivar, and got Obelisk. So this dark god, as Yoko puts it, is called the Wicked Avatar. And it takes on the appearance of some monster. Its attack is bounded with. It also gives the ability to. It's a tough match. But actually, Yoko. Feels that that Pegasus created the cards, but because of their power, did not decide not to use it in the way that Yako had plans. We also get information that Yako was actually an assistant to Pegasus. As we get a flashback of him interacting Pegasus before Duelist Kingdom began. Returned around Pegasus' seat with the card of his deceased lover. Cynthia, whatever. And you can see blood everywhere by the card. He's not even... No one's even acknowledging the blood. No one's acknowledging the blood that appears. So basically, he wants revenge, blaming Yugi for what happened. And actually ends up kidnapping Anzu. Basically, she's going to be part of his new Project RA. He challenges Yugi that if he wants to get Anzu back, he'll be waiting at Kaiba Tower. You're going for a whole bunch of enemies to get to him. So now, a trio of a mission. They head to Kaiba Corp, ready to get back. As we go for quite a few duels against these people called Car Professors. A elite group of duelists who are from Pegasus owls. They're strong. Now we have Anzu in a soul prison. He doesn't really seem to get brought up. I don't know how that's possible, either. He doesn't have a Millennium Eye to separate his soul from the body. Pegasus would do it depends through his Millennium Eye. So that confuses me. So Yugi must do. So Yugi has to do all these card professors. Every time you win, you get a key card to access another floor. He reaches the top, dual Yoko. Sorry. Apparently, some of the duels are early on are pretty short, so they're kind of mid. So, what's the Dark Magician's design here? Like, what's with his hair? Yeah, he has hair, but seems to be shorter. It doesn't need to say this long. I mean, it would be kept under that freaking hat. Oh, you get what I mean. It's kept under the hat. It's just weird. But anyway. So yeah, the two ones are getting split up. And Joji managed to get to do this, so Yuki and Joji end up in separate duels for the rest of the story. Well, Kaiba is also on his way back. Raises return to the story to be in America for a tournament. Yeah, focus on building Kaiba, but also America holds a Kaiba Court tournament where Yako makes his presence known, taking part in Kaiba Court, affecting all the duelists. And I always forgot the duelists were just like simple. They not have that feature, the part where this splits up and goes onto the dual disc itself. Make that cool feature. Anything. I forgot that in the manga, I did not do that. But in the anime, either sell a toy or they make it a little more flashy, or both. I'm just going to go with both because I like the anime design a lot better. No, it's not doing nostalgia because that effect of the disc, when you actually the disc part opens up. Oh, it's really cool. I just like how it just be like a triangle. when they're separated. Again, the better the Egyptian style being. Now, I actually want to see a female Yu-Gi-Oh! Protector someday. Be something different and unique for the franchise to help it stand apart. Yeah, female protagonists can work and jump. Jolene Cucho proved that. Of course, that's due to her Araki's phenomenal writing. So, I was just doing Araki's writing, so yeah. No, can't really do that. But either way. So, anyway. After that. So, Kaiba Mokumo Return. And Kaiba, tell you how many characters duel. Kaiba only gets 2 duels in the entirety of the series. In the entirety of the story. Yeah, only 2 duels for Seto Kaiba. One of the most iconic characters in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. And he gets 2 duels. God, they're playing an Oscar Tangerine Bin. But then again, but this will be on Soldier this time. You get it. I'll explain later. So yeah, there are 3 groups. This manga only has 44 chapters, which ran from 2004 to 2007. Since it was published in B Jump, a monthly manga magazine. So basically ran for 44 months. So Yugi ends up dueling Yako pretty early. He managed to win, but that isn't Yako, but his twin brother Gecko, who's being controlled. Now Book 3. It's just that those cards are corrupting him. So he decides to offer to help Yugi. And well, he gets his own duels, and he only duels twice. God, I wish they had more. If they had more chapters, probably see more duels. Maybe it was a choice in the 24. I don't know. There's something that could be fleshed out a lot more. As I just wish it could be fleshed out a little more. Just so many duels didn't feel good. I do like one of Jinoki's duels though. He duels against a total rookie, even though she's a vet card professor, she's a rookie. Only doing for like a few months. But it's a pretty good duel. You can really wrap it off once. Duel's starting wrapping up a little bit around the second half, right when Kaiba starts to arrive. Anyway, also find out. Anyway, what is Yako's plans? Yako plans to revive Pegasus through Anzu, as Gecko reveals. And she makes 3 conditions. 1, she's healthy and strong. 2, she's not a duelist. 3, it'll make someone connected to Yugi. So, yeah. And since this project already worked, the RA project ended up working. As look up also a certain man's back from the dead. Bandit Keith Howard returning from hell to get his revenge on Jinochi. Now, I want to mention some issues I have with the translation, like I said earlier. It's like my view on the Duelist Kingdom. They flip. You can't get Pegasus' name straight. See on the back of the manga, it's saying Maximilian Pegasus, so you think the manga is going to go with the English names, but now we go with the Japanese names. So they really keep flip-flopping on Pegasus' name. I don't know why. Is Pegasus J. Crawford copyrighted or something? Is Crawford copyrighted? They say Maximilian Pegasus, they say Maximilian J. Pegasus. Make up your fucking mind. You gotta use the Japanese name or not. It's inconsistent. And that really frustrates me. It just frustrates me, okay? Sorry. Gecko gets his own duel once the car professors. Someone who keep his training or something? I don't know. Gecko manages to win the duel. Uses his own energy. Basically using the Fat Monsters. Yugi puts his full trust in Gecko. Since Gecko was the one Yugi do. Alright. The Yako, they were doing the first duel. Yugi duel first time. Was just a hologram, so yeah. So they do. Not sure how to get to make it, but lucky get help from Mokuba or John Masuasu. Or Yuki and Gecko that come across two other people that were taken in by Pegasus. Yes, Yako and Gecko were taken in by Pegasus because they were orphaned. Moving Pegasus was a future. And so, in case he lost, he said he wanted to create his successor. That makes me think. If it's going to adapt it, how would he do it if it's part of the Two Monsters anime? I mean, as if you don't know, in the anime, Pegasus is alive. He was not killed. Speaking of, there's seriously no sign of Bakura in this series. Sure, he wasn't acting to learn the ideas, but he needs to learn. At least be there. Be interested in this threat. You know what I mean? It could at least be, I don't know, interested in a threat or something, but it's just weird how Bakura isn't even there. Like, seriously. I just say that just makes it's weird. Oh, by the way, English viewers to get this manga until 2009. Why Jesus Dub was already airing at the time? I don't know why it took that long. But you were translating the GX manga and stuff. Anyway. Yuki and Gecko are come across, as I said, come across two other adult members of the car professors. Those also taken by Pegasus. The car professors were all taken by Pegasus. And well, Yugi and the big Gecko as a trainer. This could be an opportunity for a tag duel. You know, there are two opponents. It makes sense for a tag duel, but for some reason they don't go for it. I mean, regular Yugi actually is the one who does this duel. The only one he participates in. So this is the second appearance in page format of his own deck. So it does fit in line because Yugi started using that new deck against Yami Bakura in the final arc. So it makes sense that. So wait, when did Yugi have time to switch his deck? There's some knowledge of his switching his deck. I'm just saying it's kind of confusing. Same person. Like, sure, Yami Yugi's so Yugi's. You get what I mean? They should have the same deck. Why did Yugi change the cards? It's a weird little plot hole. It's never explained, no knowledge. Yeah, Yugi wins his own. Mega Yugi was his duel thanks to a card from Yami Yugi. It's actually a really good duel between the two. Gekko's turn. He ends up losing. Yeah. Long Gekko lost to. Ends up getting challenged to a duel by Bandit Keith. Keith's still a bastard as always. He ends up defeating him too. Well, Kaiba ends up dueling against Yakko. And well, sadly Kaiba loses the duel. So, but Maharashi Kaiba antivirus program to stop the summon of a god. And I'm about Pegasus. So it's kind of weird. I know the series came out after, but it's just weird how these haven't really mentioned in continuity, sadly. Like, so it seems like for now, Ardman's odd character in the series. Even though they kind of do fit right in timeline. Since by the time the events of the Millennium World arc happen, it's been some time since the events of Battle City. So it kind of makes sense. It's easy to slot this in between the two arcs. As another event they went off to on the side. Also, yes, no appearance of Tsukuboku either. Yuki's grandpa. He's not a main character, but he's still a well-known character. Not given any bonus arc. I think it'd be interesting to have him get a bonus arc as a thank you for Yuki or him being rescued, so you help out the rescue Anzu. I just think there's gonna be an opportunity to have him duel. Maybe but it's just an opportunity to see him duel to fight to save someone's life. Like what good man he is. I wish we saw that. It's a really good opportunity to do it, but not even Yami Bakura. Again, and he can help them rescue Anzu because he's still pretending to be on their side. He only act as he's changed. Like say he duels off screen. Like say regular Bakura ends up doing a duel, and Yami Bakura does a off-screen duel for a penalty game. Just saying, it's just weird he's not included in the story. Like, sure, you don't have to include Yami Bakura himself. You could just include regular Bakura. Give him his own spotlight, because he hasn't really done much out of the series. I mean, it's just focused on Yami Bakura. So the series could have the opportunity to focus more on regular Bakura. Yami Bakura still appeared then again. Still reacting to the situation, thinking about his own plans. I'd say give regular Bakura some more agency than in the main series. See, this is a missed opportunity. Oh. So yeah, Kaiba lost his second duel in this story. It's weird. What? We see when one duel, they lose their second duel. It's kind of like Asuka Tenjori in a way, but on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. She only had 2 duels. One of them wasn't even a proper duel, it was just against soldiers protecting Yuzu, or Zuzu, as she's known in the dubs. And her second duel was against Yuri, one of the central antagonists. Basically, the antagonist, and she loses. And Yu-Gi-Oh! The only master duel we ever seen. He only has one master duel against Yuri. So I understand he can't lose, but I kind of wish we saw Yugo versus Yuya. As they never really had a proper interaction since he met them, since his debut. He only just acknowledged Yugo, Yuto, sorry. Yeah, I think we're going to see to talk more about that. Anyway, Living Free, whatever. Georgie hasn't stayed behind. Take on Keith. A rematch. This is actually one of the best duels in the story. Georgie versus Keith rematch. This time with proper rules. Because the last time they dueled wasn't exactly have proper rules. They just made up shit. So this is a good opportunity to see them duel under regular rules, and Keith can't cheat this time. Because the duel disc he's using as anti-cheat protocols. Kind of you slide dog. Actually include that in the story. If the duel can't use any outside appearance. There's still other ways to cheat, but you get what I mean, like Rasparova. I guess Alright, turns out Genochi ended stealing the game back Keith's, time machine trap card. I really forgot that wasn't his. And I realized Genochi's never used that in the entire anime. Again, that makes sense. He doesn't use it in the manga either, actually. Why did he ever use it? He never used that card in any of his duels around Battle City. I think Genochi had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 duels. 5 duels in Battle City. Esperova, Insect Haga, I can't remember his Japanese name, so I'm just gonna go with Mako Tsunami, then Shido, and then Marek. Well, Yami Marek. So 5 duels. It's 5 duels. The entirety of Battle City. And how many duels did he have in Duels Kingdom? Let's think. It was against Mai, Rex, and the Powerhouse Brothers, but that was from Yugi, so that doesn't really count. Okay, you do Bones. We'll then doing Keith. And then Yugi. Which is an anime only duel, which is, again, a really good duel too. The best friends duel each other. It was surprising that wasn't in the manga, since Genochi ends up just wolfing it. Now Yugi need to go through. Take care of Pegasus. Sure, we didn't get to see the duel, would be nice, but I'm glad the anime added it. It improves a lot on them. So yeah, Keith's like is being manipulated by the darkness too. Keith did what love dueling once, didn't he? But what made him the way he is? Georgia said defeating him is a really great duel between the two. There's no chance of cinema Keith. This never happened sadly. Keith's last appearance in the anime was actually the star of Battle City. He just disappears, never returns to any filler arcs. It's just weird, he never appeared in any filler stories. So it's a side antagonist. Someone who's greedy, someone like Haga and Daiso Miyazaki. They made appearances for filler arcs because, well, they're likable characters. The filler appearances. The first appearance in filler, after the first time appeared outside of Battle City, was the Waking the Dragons arc, which makes sense because the first filler arc, there was a filler arc in between Battle City, so it does count. Waking the Dragons came after. Even made appearance in the next filler arc. It's just how they just appear two filler arcs in the entirety of the series. So what are you thinking about that? Like I said, it's just we thinking about that. Anyway. So, Genochi and Honda go rescue Hanzo. Yugi sets up the plane to finally take down Yako, sorry. This is what a great duel. Yugi defeats all three of his guards, freeing him from the darkness. And he had one final, but they still keeping the duel, not for anything, just as duelists. It's actually a really great moment. Two birds reunite and wake up with each other. As Yako says, he's glad he didn't take away their smiles. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! We get a page of small boxes to show what happened to each of the cup vessels after their duels. They were quite unique, but not really built up love. The duels were pretty short in those portions. Only lasted like one or two chapters. Compared to duels on the main series, it lasted quite a few chapters. I just say, it just wasn't that best. But it started doing better later duels. Might be due to the short run. So, didn't have enough time. Shame. Yeah, that was Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, the first half was alright. But I definitely enjoyed the second half. And the lair duels were great. Even though Kaiba only had 2 duels and the second one he lost. I wish Gecko got to duel a little more. Wish Gecko got to duel a little more. Oh, what a shame. Shame these guys never appeared again. Not even in GX. I don't appear GX and Rebels are as more of a side with good way to reintroduce the story of R. But GX could have done an episode about the story of R. See, I'm surprised they didn't. A good way to show the return of the original cast with a flashback and still recount the story of the events of the R arc. I think the R stands for Return? Yu-Gi-Oh! Returns? There wasn't even enough time, really, between this and the original manga. The Duel Monsters Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga only ended 1 month prior to this release. At least for Westerners, they got to see a brand new journey for Yu-Gi-Oh! Friends after years. But for Japanese, they only had to say goodbye to the characters just a month prior. So it's a little weird, but yeah, that was Yu-Gi-Oh! Good, but could have done a lot more fleshing out in the first half. But the second half was definitely worth your time. So I reckon you'll give it a read. It's on the Shonen Jump app, and it's only 44 chapters. So, really. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy my content. Please thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel. Always come to the I'll see you guys next time for another video. I see a video on GX, but I need to get through the GX anime for that. So, yeah. Kill Phoenix out.